Thank you so much for tuning into the Essential Oil Works podcast. I'm Deanna Williams. And if you know anyone with kids, they need to hear this too. So tag them in this Facebook post or share the essentialoilworks.com website. Our kids are over medicated and they're over medicated in so many different areas. We are not against Western medicine. We just know that synthetic medicines should not be our first line of attack. That's what we feel. Many medicines today are just a band-aid and they cover symptoms and they don't get to the root cause of anything. And we want to encourage you to pivot and to give your body what it needs naturally rather than give it something that's man-made. Help your body do what it's supposed to do and heal itself. So anytime you can support your own body, do what it's designed to do rather than implement a synthetic, that is the way to go. Essential oils are the lifeblood of a plant, and they work very similar in our own bodies. Our bodies like to use essential oils. They keep us in natural balance and they work quickly. So use your oils and use them often. If you have a child who is struggling with sniffles, allergies, skin irritations, bedwetting, you are going to need to use these oils more often than you would use Western medicines because oils metabolize faster. And if you aren't seeing a change in the right direction within 30 minutes, we recommend adding more oil or switching up and using a different oil because every one of us, we're different. And what works with one person doesn't necessarily work with someone else. And we don't believe in cookie cutting when it comes to essential oils. So remember, the quality of your oils is super important. We don't recommend putting any other oils on your children or yourself for that matter other than Young Living essential oils. There is a lot of junk on the market, and there are companies that only care about the bottom line, and they put solvents and additives in their oils, and your children really react to those. We've seen it. It's not pretty. You have to know where the plants are grown, what kind of soil they're in, what's used to keep insects away, how they're harvested, how they're tested, how they're bottled. Everything we talk about today is based on Young Living, the Seed to Seal guarantee. And by the way, I am not a doctor. I'm not prescribing or treating anything. Everything I'm saying has not been evaluated by the FDA. And the products that we discuss here are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Please see your healthcare practitioner for health advice. And don't believe all the stuff that you read on the internet about essential oils, too. If you want the lowdown on oils, go to the company that has pioneered the industry, and that is Young Living. Everyone else, all of the other oil companies out there, or the brands that you see that are selling oils, they've tried to mimic Young Living. And who wants to work with an imposter when you can source from the real deal, right? Let's talk about babies. These are infants under 1 year. Baby's skin is super delicate, and be gentle with oils and babies. We recommend that moms and dads, you put the oils on yourself first, the oil on your chest, and your baby is going to get the benefit of those oils simply by you holding them. They'll inhale that and get that into their system. The only other place to introduce oils for your baby is at the bottoms of their feet. And if you're super concerned, I totally understand. A safe rule is 1 to 10. That's 1 drop of essential oil to 10 drops of carrier oil. And if you would like to use the KidSense oils, which is on another podcast, look for that. Those are already pre-diluted for children. But still, if you would like to gradually introduce oils to your infant, dilute them with almond oil, coconut oil, jojoba oil. And if you have a reaction, mom or dad, to an oil, don't use that oil on your infant. Use what you use on your body for your baby's body. And for the babies that are old enough to grab their little feet and put them in their little mouths, oil them on their feet. Just put on those footsie jammies and socks. Make sure they're protected. It won't hurt them if the oils end up in their mouths. It won't taste good. But if they put their hands near their eyes, you're going to have a little issue there. So just use some common sense. There is a diluting chart that is on the Essential Oil Works Facebook page. It's on our website. If you have a colicky baby, Tummy Dies is in the KidSense line. Diaper rash Seedlings diaper cream is a lifesaver. I don't have a little one at home anymore, but families who have used the Seedlings diaper cream, they have said it's the best thing that they've ever used. And it doesn't have parabens and phthalates and PFCs and NPEs and mineral oil and BHAs and all the other bad fragrance things that go along with so much of the things that are in conventional kids' products. Scalp and skincare. You can use the Seedlings lotions, frankincense, myrrh, and lavender. These are all very super gentle for your children. You don't have to dilute them, but again, we understand if you do. We had a mom whose baby had terrible cradle cap and it wouldn't go away no matter what she did. So she put straight lavender on her baby, brushed it through with one of those soft little baby brushes, let it sit until her next bath, and boom, it was gone the next day. Myrrh oil is also very gentle, and myrrh oil on the belly button stump, we've heard wonderful things about that. So for toddlers, you obviously don't want to overdo anything when it comes to your children. If you are using a diffuser in their room, just a few drops, 1 to 3 drops. Don't close their door and diffuse 6 or 7 drops of oil. Just be reasonable. Start low and slow. You can leave the door open if you are overly concerned, but if you are only diffusing 1 to 3 drops, you can close the door. They'll be fine. Be cautious with photosensitive oils. That's anything with citrus. Peace and Calming has citrus in it, and moms love to use Peace and Calming because moms want peaceful and calm children. So if they are going outside, going to the pool, whatever oil they have on them, just take it off by using some carrier oil. Don't use water. Water won't do anything. Use a carrier oil to take off essential oils. Once you start oiling your kids, it'll get easier. Let your older children participate in oiling themselves. Let them smell and decide what they want. You'll be empowering them to make natural, healthy choices too. So, developmental milestones when it comes to toddlers. Genius in the KidSense line. It helps their brain function and develop when it comes to those developmental leaps. So roll it on the back of their heads, on their brainstem, or diffuse it all the time. It'll help them with focus and learning new skills. With regard to digestion, car sickness, indigestion, constipation, tummy jives in the KidSense line. Don't use Miralax, please. There are a lot of things in Miralax that are dangerous. There is a link in the description of this podcast, and you can read for yourself how bad Miralax is. And again, just go natural. If it's not working within 30 minutes, use more. Just rub it on their tummy. Roman chamomile and peppermint work well too. And you want to dilute the peppermint. You can also use Digize. Digize is the tummy jize for adults, and dilute that for children because it is strong. For fussy toddlers, Gentle Baby. Moms rave about it as well as the oil Surrender. I have even heard that Gentle Baby is good for stretch marks. Peace and Calming, lavender in the bath at bedtime. Your baby's limbic system will trigger. It's time to go to bed whenever they smell Peace and Calming or lavender, those calming oils. Essential oil works. Deborah Rayburn, who is a master herbalist, and she's been using oils for decades, she says that if a toddler ever bumps their head, frankincense all over their head, the base of their spinal cord, and down their backs, it will oxygenate their body and help with the trauma of a head bump. If your toddler has a yeasty diaper rash, Melrose and Rose ointment has been shared to be effective. For thrush, you can clean your baby's mouth and cheeks with a sterile cloth, wipe away all that white gunk off their tongue, and then with your clean finger, swab your baby's mouth with Ninja Red. You can use a small amount of lavender, Melrose, or tea tree on that clean finger, just a little bit, and either nurse your baby or feed them right afterward to remove that nasty taste. Follow up with some Mighty Pro. This is the pre and probiotics for children. Adults like to take them too because they're so much fun. They come in little packets and it's like having a pixie stick. Remember those? Kids love them. And for mom, when you're nursing and your child has thrush, you need to take Life 9 probiotic and Ninja Red. It'll help support against thrush. So teething toddlers, clove is the winner here. They won't like it, but they'll like it more than the pain of teething. And you want to dilute clove 1 drop to 5 drops of carrier oil. So thieves also works too, same dilution, 1 to 5. And then you can rub some Panaway or some pain relief on their jawline, neat, meaning that there's no dilution required with that. Panaway and deep relief on the jawline. Good ideas there. If your baby is having issues with sleep, try some Gentle Baby or some Sleepy Eyes with the KidSense line. We've had parents pass out when they sit with their baby while diffusing Sleepy Eyes. It's kind of funny. There is also the Seedlings Calm Oil that has been very highly recommended. Do not use children's Benadryl, please. Baby products at Target and Walmart or wherever else, they're full of chemicals and other things that harm the body. If you're pregnant, or maybe you know someone who is pregnant, or maybe you're going to a baby shower, it's a perfectly loving and super caring, healthy thing to do. to get the entire seedlings collection as a gift for them. They'll love you for that. And don't believe the marketing that you hear from companies that say that they're safe for children. For example, Dreft laundry soap comes to mind. This rates really poorly on EWG, which is the Environmental Working Group. And EWG.org is their website. And there are other places that rate products, and Dreft rates terribly. But they say it's safe for children. Wrong. And we want to say that if you've used these products that we're discouraging here, we don't want you to think that we're judging you. You didn't know what you didn't know. And we never want you to come from a place of condemnation ever. Those days are over. And it's a good thing that you're listening to this now because ta-da, now you know more and you're informed and you'll make healthier choices. So good for you. It's good to ask questions about everything that you're told. There are always side effects to synthetics that people never talk about. Okay, let's get back to it. Sniffles. Sniffles for children. KidSense Snifflease. It has lemon myrtle and it works with adults with respiratory issues too. Cedarwood and lemon is really good for croup and congestion. It breaks apart the mucus. Lemon is a mucolytic. Cedarwood is oxygenating and it helps the body make melatonin naturally. You can put that mixture on your child's back. It goes straight into their lungs. Diffuse that mixture of cedarwood and lemon as well. Depending on the age of your baby, again, dilute when using topically. If you feel that you're in an emergent situation, definitely take your baby to the ER. If they're turning blue or are lethargic, please seek immediate medical advice. There's also a new product called Season Essentials. It has lavender, lemon, peppermint, goldenrod, and eucalyptus blue. Diffuse some of that for your little one and make sure you use it for your allergies too, mom and dad. Fevers. Fevers are not always bad. It's the body's immune response to fighting back against a virus or a bacteria. So oils won't necessarily break the fever, but they will help lower the fever so that your child can be a little bit more comfortable. Melrose oil is really good. Drop it straight on their head, down their spine to their big toe. You will have some success there. Peppermint and lemongrass work well too. And again, look at the dilution chart. We have a client that puts peppermint in their child's belly button to lower fevers, and that works really well. For bug bites, bumps, bruises, anything skin wise, lavender works well with bugs. Tea tree, frankincense, and there is an insect repellent that Young Living creates. A friend of mine went camping with all of her fellow campers and their children, and everyone else was eaten up, and they were the only ones that didn't have bug bites. The other campers were using bug sprays with DEET, and that's very bad for you. Remember that what goes on your skin is in your bloodstream going to all of your organs within 26 to 30 seconds. It matters what we put on our bodies, okay? Citronella is also very good. Geranium and purification to dissuade bugs from biting you too. You can also diffuse those outdoors to keep the mosquitoes away. For soaps and shampoos, we recommend you use the KidSense line because think about it. Warm water opens up our pores and our bodies absorb whatever we're using. And we don't want to be slowly poisoning our children or ourselves. Neosporin, which is a petroleum-based antibiotic cream. It's just like any antibiotic that you put in your gut. It eliminates the good biome, and there are side effects to that. A personal story about Neosporin. When I was a kid, I put some on because I got some really severe windburn. My skin melted off. My sister ended up taking me to the ER. I was about 8 years old. So don't do it. Let's talk about growing pains now. Toddlers might have some growing pains, but older children, they usually are the ones that talk about their skin aching and things like that. Growing pains, you can use Panaway or CBD muscle rub. Young Living CBD has 0.00% THC. And Deep Relief is also good for growing pains. Valor and Copaiba on the knees and legs also has some very good reports. Let's talk about dental care. Fluoride is a known neurotoxin. And if you don't believe us, we can show you the research. Just ask us when you email info@essentialoilworks.com. Young Living has a wonderful KidSense toothpaste, and there is also a teeth whitening toothpaste through the Thieves line. It's very, very good. For sore throats, I've heard that Royal Hawaiian Sandalwood Hydrosol is really good to use as a spray. Hydrosol is the water that is left over when you steam distill plant material. And what they've done, it's just collected steam. It's very soothing for sore throats. You can also freeze Ninja Red and make it into a little popsicle. As far as oils go, for children under 5, Melaleuca ericifolia is a great oil to blend with lemon and or lavender. You can apply that to the bottom of the feet or diffuse that. For children over 5, thieves and oregano diluted or neat to the bottoms of the feet 3 times a day, because children are fighting a virus, and you can put that on the bottoms of their feet when they have a sore throat. Let's talk about hyperactivity. Kids Sense Unwind. I know I keep talking about the Kids Sense line because it is specifically designed for children. Kids Sense Unwind is another Pixie Stick delivery system. It has 5-HTP and L-theanine, and it is great for anxious thoughts and for calming. It also has chamomile and magnesium in it. It's great for calming the mind and body. Magnesium is great for growing pains for your kids as well. Also, Mighty Pro has that Pixie Stick delivery system. They're so much fun to consume, and kids will probably ask you for them once or twice more a day because they're actually quite good. Kid Power is another great oil for a child who has big emotions. Maybe they get overwhelmed easily, or maybe they shut down when things get hard. Try Kid Power for the love of that little soul. It smells wonderful, and it's like the kid version of Valor, which is frankincense, blue tansy, rosewood, and spruce. It is also in history. Roman soldiers used to bathe in it before they went to war. It helps when we're kind of out of our comfort zone. Anger is stored in your liver, and there was a study done about umbilical cord blood and how there were environmental toxins transmitted from mom to baby. And it's so important to protect your child's liver. Make sure you're using Thieves Cleaner and not the endocrine disrupting, liver damaging chemicals that are in conventional cleaners and sprays and fresheners. It's so important. Those things trigger different issues, and some of them are behavioral. Endoflex is another wonderful oil for kids with big emotions. Just rub it straight over their liver on the right hand side and below the rib cage, or just on their chest. There is a Golden Touch kit that also has been very influential when it comes to handling those big emotions. If your child has been diagnosed with ADHD and you want to help them support their focus, try the Kids Sense Genius Oil. Moms have said that their child have been able to control their impulses a little bit more easily when using Kids Sense Genius. Also, vetiver and dill oil has been shown to work. There was one mom who noticed that her son was going from that tiptoe walking to more of a flat-footed walking after using a combination of vetiver and dill. So instead of medicating your child, try essential oils first. For autism, the essential oils desk reference recommends vetiver, patchouli, lavender, eucalyptus, melissa, cedarwood, sandalwood, and frankincense. There is a blend called Brain Power, GLF, which is gallbladder liver flush. Again, showing how important the liver is with regard to behavioral issues. Valor, clarity, peace and calming, common sense, and an oil called The Gift. There is one story of a nonverbal child who was 9 years old. He wasn't using the bathroom. They started using the oil Hope, and after about 2 weeks, several times a day, using that over and over on their son, he was letting them know when he had to use the bathroom, and he started to become a little bit more communicative. So in those situations, we praise God and thank him very much for giving us all these amazing plants and doing amazing things through these oils. And finally, also consider vitamins. Mighty Pro is a pre and probiotic. Everyone needs prebiotics to feed their probiotics. Adults take a product called Life9. We mentioned that earlier, and the kids need Mighty Pro. For kids who are under 2, you can give them a quarter or a half packet, and it's excellent supplementation when it comes to helping their immune function. There are also Mighty Vites multivitamins, and there is Mighty Zyme chewable tablets for children. Those enzymes help children digest and absorb their nutrients. So if you have a picky eater, those are 2 supplements for you, Mighty Vites and Mighty Zyme. Also, when you are thinking about all of these products, don't forget your loyalty rewards. You can get points and get free products. And if you have questions about that, just email us, info@essentialoilworks.com. Oils are powerful, but they are natural. So don't be afraid of them and take advantage of our Loyalty Rewards membership. Once you're on for 2 months, they will send you a diffuser. And let's talk about a diffuser in your child's room really quick. Snowy the Owl is really popular. He has so many different settings, and he actually has a setting that does 1 minute on, 1 minute off for 11 hours. And he also doubles as a sound machine. They have a year warranty. All the diffusers do. So if they quit on you, you can call Young Living and they'll send you a new one. So scroll around right now wherever you're seeing this podcast on Facebook or on the Essential Oil Works website. If you're on the site, press the black product bar and you'll be taken to the Young Living site, and you can look into the seedlings and the Kids Sense line in the search bar. And if you're listening on another platform, there is a link in the description. Again, if you have any questions, we are here to help you. info@essentialoilworks.com. Follow us on Facebook at Essential Oil Works. Look for that green leaf logo.